Slate for the NFL Week 3. Let's take a look. As soon as I jump into this slate, I'm looking at the best matchups on here for the FanDuel pick. And first of all is Ezekiel Elliott up here going against the Miami Dolphins, who's giving up tremendous DFS points to either the quarterback or the running back and also wide receivers. So they're tanking, and we know somebody's going to be hitting off in the DFS community every week against Miami Dolphins. And you want to have somebody on your team with that when you're jumping into these GPPs. Is Ezekiel Elliott. They're already saying that they're getting his workload back. He started you off with 12.8 coming off the Cabo streets, relaxing and chilling. Talking about he was working out, drinking mimosas down there. He still gave you some fantasy points. Then they got him back into his role. He's learning to see his script, and he gave you 19 points against Washington. And they're talking about his workload is all the way back up. So I'm looking for him to have a great DFS fantasy point this week. And if you've been playing DFS, sometimes in a week there's something called a free space. This time it's not a free space, and it is. It's going to cost you, and you're going to have to be able to be settled with that because Zeke is not cheap this week. The preseason where him and Jerry Jones was in a heated debate and struggle about this contract, one thing you have to understand is Jerry Jones is a smart man, and Ezekiel Elliott is too. These guys are not enemies. They're together now. Once he signed that contract, they're together. Who puts the fans in the seats more is the Zeke. So Jerry Jones is going to show this man off in Dallas. He wants him to have a great game. He wants him, Ezekiel Elliott, has to recoup his millions back. So Zeke has to put in this work. Jerry Jones ain't playing. Now I done gave you the dough. You're going to have to go out here and put on the show. So Zeke is a lot, Jack. So we're going to move on to quarterbacks' best matchups. And Dak Prescott along with Zeke is in one of the best matchups. But I'm really not seeing them throw too much. And I think Dak is going to sit back this week because it's not necessary for him to put up a great game. He has showed out these past two previous games. As you can see, with a 33.4, 28.66, he's been showing out. Dak's playing for a contract. But this week, Zeke has got to show his contract. He's got to show his worth. So I'm going to fade Dak, go with Zeke, and I'm looking down here and I've been hearing all this talk. Cross Rotor Grinders, Awesome Mode, The Edge. I love all these guys. I try to soak in as much information from everybody. And Kyle Allen stepping in for Cam Newton, who's dealing with a foot injury. So Kyle Allen's going against one of the worst defenses in the NFL, other than Miami, who we just got done talking about. We like to pick on, but we also like to pick on the Arizona Cardinals. And every quarterback has been doing great. Even Matt Stafford, Jackson went off with Andrew still putting up 20. So I'm looking at Kyle Allen. He's mint price going against one of the worst horrible D's. And if he gives you 15 to 20 points, he's actually possibly X times, 2 to 3 times that. And he's letting you pay for the rest of the slate of who you would like to choose into the running backs. So we already have our guy, Ezekiel Elliott. But I want you to also look down into Frank Gore. And I was one of the first guys to tell you this week. Early in the week, I think it was Monday, I put out a video. Go back and look at it. I'm not actually looking at Frank Gore. I'm looking at TJ Yeldon. Now, he didn't give you anything so far. But with Singletary out, old man Frank Gore might not have enough. And he's been pumping for the first 2 weeks. He might need a rest. And I'm thinking Yeldon, fresh legs against the poorest defense, one of the poorest defense against the run. I'm putting him in. It's this low contrarian play. Everybody's looking at McCaffrey. Everybody's looking at David Johnson and that late slate. I'm kind of putting in a contrarian play right here with T.J. Yeldon. That's $100 more than the minimum for a running back at 4,500. He's 46, and I'm hoping that he can return his value. I think I'm going to actually go with contrarian wide receivers like D Hop in the afternoon and Juju Smith Schuster, where there's a quarterback depending on somebody against a porous D to outperform the defense to win the game. And Pittsburgh is 0-2 and they're looking to fight out their way. And everybody's looking at Baltimore, Kansas City, Carolina against Arizona, and things like that. But I'm looking to go a little contrarian this week on the wide receivers on the GPP and pay a little bit up. Go ahead and go down here to defense where I'm going to go ahead and show you that I am going to pay on the up for New England that's going against a rookie quarterback. And yes, they will dump off the ball a lot to the running back. But with that, New England's going to go up so much, they're going to have to make this young man show if he could pass or not. And I don't know if he could pass or not. And I'm thinking New England is going to capitalize off that. So I'm going to finish it with New England D. I'm not going to go ahead and fill out the whole slate. I'm going to let you make some other choices. And you're left with 6,400, where you could go get Malcolm Brown. You could go get Mark Andrews as a tight end right here for 6,800, and you're not spending up too much from that. So go, and I want to thank you for tuning on in to DFS Lifestyle. It's not a game, it's a lifestyle out here, so it's serious, and we love it. And thank you for listening to your main man, Cloud. Go ahead, please subscribe. We can build this community on up, bounce ideas off each other, and go ahead and take down these big GPPs. And good luck this Sunday.